Hello everyone and welcome back to Sendix Weather Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the latest from the data for the next couple of weeks to see the trends and anomalies. We're going to mainly be focusing on the next 5-6 days because the uncertainty is still huge, and I mean, you might as well make up your own forecast because it'll be more accurate than mine, I can guarantee it. So there's so much variation in the models, it's very difficult to forecast what's going on. But anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I really do appreciate it. We're about 15 subscribers away from 1.4k. I really do appreciate all the growth on the channel. Right, we're going to start with the AO and NEO forecast, which is the Arctic Oscillation and the North Atlantic Oscillation. If you get both of these negative, it massively increases your chances of cold weather. Now, as you can see from this chart, the AO, which is the Arctic one, is going strongly negative. It's going down to -3, -4, which massively increases the chance of blocking features occurring. However, the NAO forecast is around average, albeit with a lot of scatter. It's kind of a neutral anomaly. Now, if this was to go weekly negative, this would increase the chance of blocking massively. But the GEFS, the GFS ensembles cannot decide whether it's going to be a positive or negative anomaly, and this is due to the Atlantic making its return as it always does. And we're going to show you that today. There's still a lot of uncertainty. You can't make a definite forecast, but to be fair, I would say that the mild's probably going to win out. I really hope it doesn't, because my prediction would be invalid and I'd look like a right clown. But anyway, let's see what it's showing today. So we'll start with the UK Met Office, as we always do. We've got high pressure moving to our northwest, winds in from the east, so could be a few wintry showers in the north and east through Thursday. High pressure retreats northwards. This low pressure in the Atlantic topples that high pressure. This is what's causing it. Low pressure in the Atlantic moves towards that high, puts pressure under it, topples the high, and we go into a colder southeasterly wind for a time, but that's going to turn. For the north and the east, it's quite cold, but then the Atlantic's expected to probably win out because this high is toppling down. That looks like it's going to try and attempt to move northwards again. However, I would not say it's going to, because look at the Atlantic, 960 millibar area of low pressure. Any high pressure that tries to form with that in the Atlantic is going to get toppled quite quickly. So we're going to go quite flat zonal and westerly there. We are bringing in some colder air to the north and the east, though, at that point. There might be a few wintry showers around. But again, that does not look great for coldies. Now we'll have a look at the icon. And this only just popped up in the model output a few days ago, and it's caused absolute mayhem. With the icon, high pressure moves northwards. It tries to move northwards. The low pressure topples it straight away, almost immediately. It's like a clean cut, that one. And yeah, we go mild again. Very mild. And then we're bringing in winds from the south there at the end. So very mild. 17th of Feb there. By 17th of Feb. Very mild. Atlantic driven by the looks of it. And quite wet and windy. Now, what I will say is that the typical trend is actually for it to remain around average or slightly below average, even without this novel. Sorry about scratching my ear. Oh, my trend is for it to remain slightly below average, though, whatever happens. So we'll have to wait and see. The GM has a much stronger block, as you can see. It does weaken, but that low's much weaker as well. So it doesn't topple. It doesn't have enough energy to topple this high. So then it rebuilds itself towards Greenland, and remains quite cold and frosty, and at the end it topples away, but we are bringing in the wind from an easterly direction. It's the driest option, but it is a step in the right direction from the GEM, because yesterday the high kind of toppled away, but it was like a battleground, but this looks a lot better from the GEM. Now, if we could just move this high out further west and shove the lower way, like goodbye, get that way, then we'd be in a great position, it'd be a favourable position to bring colder air. But it's kind of over the top of us, so it would feel quite cold and probably quite harsh for us. But it wouldn't be very wintry, wouldn't be much precipitation around. I wouldn't expect anyway with that sort of pattern. Then the ECMWF builds that high to our north, really does try, but this low pressure in the Atlantic's too strong, and we just kind of stick high pressure over the top of the country, keeping it quite dry, cold and frosty. Even though the upper temperatures look quite mild, I'd expect there to be quite a bit of frost and fog around. So I reckon that Feb, this is a bold prediction, and we've only got one wrong, or it looks like we have anyway, but I reckon that Feb could become a below average month actually, which would be quite interesting. These are the GFS ensembles. These are for my hometown today, Barnsley. As you can see, from a rep, there's quite good certainty up to around the 15th of Feb, 16th of Feb, National Hippo Day. And then there's a massive spread of solutions. You can see there's cold ensemble members down at the bottom and mild ensemble members up at the top. The GFS operational run, that what run we've just looked at from the GFS, the thick green line is going to the moon and is one of the mildest ensemble members at the end. Obviously, anything past about day 6 is uncertain at this point, so it's not worth looking in the longer term. If we get the cold in, and I always say this, if we get the cold in, things will happen. But yeah, this is looking iffy. But the ensemble mean is dipping down below average, which is interesting to see. If you have a look at the average, actually, of the runs, this is all of the runs together. Let's see what the average is. So they build the heights to the north with the average. That looks much better than the GFS, I'm being honest. It is actually having a really good go at building heights to our north and west. If this low pressure was 985 millibars, not 975 millibars, that might have a chance of building. So that suggests that there is still hope within the GFS ensembles of it going cold or keeping cold or whatever. And the heights do build to our north, and we should get like a resurgence with things, but it doesn't quite happen. And yeah, we go average. There's not really anything more to say about it. It's just kind of average, but it's not really Atlantic driven. It's just kind of average. So yep, this is a short little video for you. All aboard the Atlantic train, all aboard the uncertainty train again. We've sent it. Who wants to join the ride? Leave a like on this video. Probably go mild, but oh well, it's fun to watch the chase, isn't it? Well, I thank you all for watching this short little video of about 6 minutes, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.